Kicking off part 2 in St. Louis, a random rest stop in Missouri, a stop in Springfield, Missouri. Then dawn broke on I-44 in Missouri. And here's Joplin. And the impressive skyline that they've got. Alright, good morning from Joplin, Missouri. It's about 6:45 in the morning, and I actually slept pretty good last night. I think a lot of that's due to exhaustion, but also the seats are newer on this bus, and I don't know. Overall, more pleasant experience. I feel a lot better today, although I definitely stink more. But anyway, this is Joplin, Missouri, about to go into Oklahoma, and we're riding along Route 66 for pretty much the entire day between here and Albuquerque. Yeah, the stink part is real. You know, you don't really get to shower much on these buses, so it's gonna stink. It's gonna get musty in there. And now we are entering the 11th state of this trip. This is Oklahoma. My first time here, my 43rd state. Looking at some cows in the field. And here comes our third major storm. Storms like these in the Midwest are scary because I always think a tornado is about to come. And it's also my first time in Oklahoma, so it's Tornado Alley. Yeah, it's raining cats and dogs, but our bus driver didn't give no F's. Here we are entering Tulsa. And boom, here's the bus stop, downtown Tulsa. Alright, so it's about 9 p.m. here in Tulsa, Oklahoma. It is raining cats and dogs right now. We had some pretty crazy lightning coming into the city. But yeah, this is my first time in Oklahoma. This is state number 43. And next is Oklahoma City. So it calmed down a little bit after that. There's a Route 66 sign for Oklahoma, because I guess that's the biggest thing they got going for them here. Now we are rolling up into Oklahoma City. You can see in the distance there the skyline, and here is the bus station. It's a nice station, but there's really nothing around it, and it's severed from downtown by the freeway. But there is this truck stop and a Waffle House. It's 11:09 p.m. and I'm now in Oklahoma City, Oklahoma. And at this point, this is where the east meets the west. So further east from here, like in Tulsa, it was a lot greener. Now things are gonna start getting more brown. Meeting the scenery. In Oklahoma, gotta cross this big ass road here, which is called El Reno. Actually, I gotta book it. We ended up skipping El Reno. This traffic is insane, bro. These roads are big as shit. I know there's like 4 cars there, but it's a big distance to travel. And the cars are coming like 45 miles an hour plus. OKC. Alright, so we are out of Oklahoma City. Don't know if I'll ever be back. And like I said, you can see the scenery is a lot browner now. There's a dust devil. That was a pretty cool thing to catch on camera. Lots of Native American stuff in Oklahoma, like this truck stop. The scenery can be nice sometimes too. You get these like golden hills that contrast with the brown. But you just see a lot of this. The trees start getting a lot smaller and shrubbier. And here is state number 12. This is Texas, the Lone Star State. This is my second time in Texas this year. Back in March, I was in Austin, San Antonio, and Laredo. But look, we got Pump Jacks, that house from Courage the Cowardly Dog. We got windmills. We got like canyon, badland type things. I don't know if that's a gully or a gulch. Whatever it is, they get even bigger and more expansive the further west we go. Palo Duro Canyon is nearby. There's a lot of windmills out here too in the high plains. You'll see windmills all up and down the plains, from Texas up to the Dakotas. Got the Leaning Tower of Texas, just as impressive in real life. And here's Amarillo. I thought it was kind of funny that the sign is just on the ground like that. But anyway, here's that famous place with the 72-ounce steak, or if you eat it within an hour, it's free. Fortunately, I didn't get to go. There's the Carhenge. Yep. Still got some Route 66 stuff as we pull into Amarillo, Texas. I have no idea why this place exists, but here's the bus stop. Alright, so I am in a sweltering hot Amarillo, Texas. I think it's like 96 degrees, and we have about an hour and a half layover here. Although for some reason we got here an hour early, but this is the last long stop we're gonna have until Albuquerque, and Albuquerque is almost 300 miles away. Unless I want to eat at another truck stop in Tucumcari, which I prefer to avoid because eating all this fast food has been destroying my stomach. So I'm gonna try to walk to this brisket place here in Amarillo. It's about a 10 to 15 minute walk from the bus stop, and I should get back before 5:15 to continue on into New Mexico. But yeah, I'm really out in the west now. I mean, the drive over here, it definitely looked western, so it's kind of cool to have the scenery change come so abruptly. Pretty much as soon as you leave Oklahoma, all these fucking trucks are here. Gotta love being a pedestrian in Texas. In the middle of this warehouse area. It is hot. Again, it's like 96 degrees. So it's gonna be a good day for brisket, right? Now here I am rolling up to the barbecue spot right here. This place was awesome. They had some good old-fashioned southern hospitality and food to go with it. There's my catfish, cornbread, pork ribs, candied yams, and cabbage. This food was really good. I ate my catfish down as soon as I got it. Shout outs to Miss OG and everybody at She Lee's, because this was some real good southern hospitality right here. Me and some people from the bus all met up there and had a very nice lunch/dinner together, and this was one of my highlights of the whole entire bus trip. But anyway, here's the Amarillo Transit Center. Some buses moving in, but now we're out of Amarillo, moving on towards Oklahoma. Now there's a lot more topography out here. Yup. And on to the next state. This is the land of enchantment, New Mexico. New Mexico is one of my favorite states. I visited last year in 2025, and I really loved it. In my opinion, New Mexico is one of the most culturally rich and unique states in the country, with its own cuisine, people, language, and culture. This is also a time zone boundary, so now I'm in mountain time. There's Tucumcari. There's a big butte behind that rainbow, which was pretty cool. Instead of saying Timbuktu, I'm going to start saying Tucumcari because the name just sounds far away. Got some buttes and, random rock formations out in the distance. But yeah, the sun is setting on us, and it is going to be dark by the time we get to Albuquerque. New Mexico has some gorgeous sunsets, though. In my opinion, some of the best in the country. And here we are.
Going north, south, or if you're heading back east.
Yep, this is Burke.
Feel free to see me after the buses come.
There's the Alvarado Transit Center. Me and my homie from Albuquerque. Hey, this is my last night on the Greyhound. Right now I'm in Albuquerque, New Mexico. As soon as I got here, I met up with a friend who is local, and we went out for a beer. Then I came back. Hopefully you can hear me over this French message, but derogatory. Yeah, I'm pretty sauteed. I feel dirty and gross, but just one more night and then tomorrow afternoon I'll be in LA.
And showered. Now this was unfortunate that I was traveling through this part of the country at nighttime. Western New Mexico and northern Arizona are probably the most scenic parts of this ride. This was cool though, in Holbrook. But unfortunately we missed a lot of I-17. I didn't even film going through Flagstaff. But around dawn, we're approaching Phoenix. You could just barely make out the saguaro cactuses there. There you go. It's my first time ever seeing saguaro cacti, so I was pretty excited to at least see that amidst the Arizona sunrise. Now here we are pulling into the northern suburbs of Phoenix. Well, Phoenix is basically one big suburb. But anyway, there's the downtown. It is now the ass crack of dawn, or maybe a little more than that. Not a lot of tall buildings in Phoenix. I think it's because of the airport. But here's the bus stop. Side quest time. Good morning from Phoenix, Arizona. There's the bus station behind me, and here's this ridiculous road I just had to cross. I'm here for about another hour. I want to try to get coffee. Not really sure if I'm going to be able to, but I'm going to try to get on a bird scooter and take me about 10 minutes away. And then I got to come back. So, we'll see. It's kind of crazy because it is hot already. Like, I could just feel the heat, or the bake from yesterday, if that makes sense. So I got to get under this freeway here, and then there should be some bird scooters, so wish me luck. But anyway, made it on the scooter, and then I had to somehow manage to film and scoot at the same time, which was pretty risky. And here I am riding through the Stroads of Phoenix.
This feels dangerous as fuck.
And it was. So on this ambitious side quest, I have about 1.8 miles to ride to the cafe, which took about 10 or so minutes each way. Eventually I got the hang of filming. Here's the coffee place I went to. I got my coffee successfully and used the bathroom,
but
which was
damn,
nice.
it is hot here. It's only like 6, almost 7 in the morning, and I'm already burning up.
It was like
you
100
can't get me out of
degrees.
this place fast enough. But I got my coffee, so God bless.
Little did I know
It's
what
always
was in
a good
store.
stop where you can get a coffee or something near the station. Although this wasn't even close. This was 2 miles away. I had to get on a bird scooter and rush the entire time. I was definitely nervous, and I almost considered Ubering back, but I persevered. Let's get on this bus and get over to California now, because the next stop is Blythe. God damn, look at my lips.
Alright, so now I'm heading out of Phoenix. Yup. Just a lot of brown dirt and subdivision. That's what Phoenix looks like. Got some hills here. Surprising to see farms. Makes me wonder why. Why even bother farming in the desert? There's so many other areas of the country where you can farm. Anyway, about 300 miles out from Los Angeles still. Some more of my saguaro cactus friends. There's the lifeline of Arizona, those little canals that siphon water from the Colorado River. Here's the town of Quartzsite in La Paz County. And the whole town looks like a trailer park. If it's not, let me know. Sure, their AC bills are through the roof there. Just baking in the sun all day. So we are kind of descending now towards the Colorado River as we get closer and closer. And there is the Colorado River as we enter the final state of this Greyhound adventure, California. Although once you're in California, it's not a piece of cake. Still a long way to go. There's an agricultural inspection station, which I had never seen before, although they just let us pass right through. And and welcome to the 15th and final state, California, the Golden State. And there's another sign that is better for photo ops. Here's our first stop in Blythe, California, just over the border from Arizona. Very much a desert town. Some people still manage to have lawns, though, which is impressive.
Here in a blistering, sweltering hot Blythe, California.
Yep.
Out here in the southeastern part of the state, near the Arizona state line. So yeah, I've officially did it. I'm in California now. So I've gone all the way from Boston, Massachusetts, up on Interstate 90, down to California along Interstate 10. Anyways, I'm about to go to this Mexican spot across the street called Albert Tacos, and I'm gonna try to get me a breakfast burrito or something. But yeah, look at this. This looks just like how the desert towns in Grand Theft Auto look.
Every non-Californian
yeah, it is
reference
surreal.
to California.
I think I already said it, but it's 101 degrees right now, so yeah, I'm boiling.
I always appreciate when we can eat real food on a Greyhound stop. I like supporting local businesses, not truck stops, and eating real food and experiencing local culture. Just look at that breakfast burrito. Now this region is called the Palo Verde Valley, and this is one of the hottest places in the entire country. You got desert heat, low-lying humidity. It is just a truly miserable place to be. But if you like it, to each his own. This is what its natural environment looks like, just barren desert landscape. Meanwhile, I'm just kicking back, feet up, relaxing, enjoying the scenery. Solar panels as far as the eye could see. And we're just in the middle of the desert here. But now we are in the Coachella Valley. All those palm trees that you see there are kind of like the telltale sign that you've reached the Coachella Valley. Finally getting off of Interstate 10. Ahead of our next stop, Giant Chicken. And I believe this is Indio, California. Here we are pulling into the bus station here in Indio.
So it is 12:09 p.m. and I'm here in Indio, in the Coachella Valley here in Southern California. And it is about 110 degrees right now. I can't even begin to explain how much the ground feels like an oven baking you. But the views are pretty cool here though, I'm not gonna lie. But now we're kind of in the urban agglomeration of Los Angeles, and the next stop will be the Inland Empire, specifically San Bernardino. But holy crap, it is so hot. Jesus.
I had never felt heat like that in my life. I mean, they say the dry heat is better. Yeah, not really. It was terrible there. I could not imagine existing in a place like that. There's Palm Springs, making our way out of the valley. Lots of windmills again. This is the part of California where the geography changes constantly. So now I believe I'm going through the pass, the San Gorgonio Pass, which will take us into the Inland Empire. Here's a Indian reservation and a big old casino. My gang stalker decided to come by and say hello. Yep, here's the San Gorgonio Pass. You can already see that the desert landscape has been left behind. And I am now rolling into the Inland Empire. Here's San Bernardino, California. Very tweaked out city. I should have filmed more, but when we were rolling through here, I saw a fight on the street. These two white girls getting down. And then when we were at the bus stop right here at the depot, I saw this homeless guy, shirtless, holding a machete and some other random item, just walking down the street.
Okay, so this is San Bernardino, California. Our bus is stopped there. And this is our last major stop before we hit the city of Los Angeles. But we got 2 more stops before we hit Union Station in LA. It is so goddamn hot here in California. I think now that we've gone through the pass, it's like 96 degrees. But I am burning up here. I gotta go hide in the shade.
Yep. Even in the IE, it's still hot, but it's 10, 20 degrees cooler than Coachella Valley. But here's Montclair, still in the Inland Empire in San Bernardino County, but you got these buses moving through. Now this is officially the LA area. You can see the freeways and the traffic picking up. Here's El Monte. This is in Los Angeles County now. Got this really nice bus station. I believe this is the mighty Los Angeles River. You can see the current is very swift out there. And now we're rolling up to Los Angeles. There's the downtown skyline. Didn't really manage to get a good view of it, but now we're finally getting off the 10. And man, it feels amazing to finally be at the end of this journey. But this is it, pulling up to Union Station here in Los Angeles, California. It's a really nice station here. You got access to the LA Metro as well, which I will be taking advantage of shortly. But how crazy is that? Boston to Los Angeles. Chris from the bus rode the entire distance east to west coast with her dog. Hope she's doing well.
Okay, it's 3:50 and I'm at Union Station in Los Angeles. But I had no time to film anything because I gotta catch this train. Alright, so I've got some time to talk because my stupid ass thought I was going the wrong way on the train and then I got off. But it turns out I was going the right way, so now I've lost basically 8 minutes of my life for no reason.
Dope.
Anyway, I just completed the Greyhound portion of this trip from South Station in Boston, Massachusetts, all the way to Union Station here in Los Angeles, California. But there's one more thing to do before I can completely conclude this trip.
Alright, getting on the Metro rail. I gotta admit, the ride from Union Station down to Santa Monica is pretty long, but...
So now I'm in Santa Monica, California. I can see the Pacific Ocean, and this entire trip is about to come to an end. It's actually crazy because right now it's probably like 79 degrees, whereas when I was in White, California earlier today, or when I was in Indio, it was like 110 degrees. So it's actually, the geography of California is actually insane. It's like perfect here right now. You go inland a little bit and you're baking under your skin. Anyways, I'm gonna be at the beach in just a second. There it is, the Pacific Ocean. I said I was gonna do it and I did it. On Saturday night, I was standing at the Atlantic Ocean, and I traveled this whole country by land to this point right here, Santa Monica, California, and I am looking at the Pacific Ocean. So that pretty much does it. Across the country, 3 days, ocean to ocean. I want to try to go in there, but I have an appointment to go to, so I might have to come back and do that later.
A shower
Or I'll
appointment.
do something else. But
Foreshadowing.
anyway, that's the end of this trip. Now I'm signing out. I need to take a shower badly, so let's go do that.
So I used ClassPass to book some open gym time to take a shower. Go Birds.
Unfortunately,
Here I am
I
all
left
showered.
my new pair of New Balances that I got from Boston on the bus.
That was
And
a
I
shame.
was super devastated, and I didn't really know what to do. So I ended up coming to the New Balance store here on Wilshire Boulevard and got another pair. I submitted a lost and found request for Greyhound, but I have no faith that that's going to happen. Plus, I needed these for the trip. So, whatever. So now that I'm showered, what's on my agenda is food and laundry. For
For now, I'm trying to make my way down to the Venice area, which is quite far from where I started. Scooting again. Apparently, I wasn't allowed to ride in here. I didn't realize that until later, but whatever. YOLO. One-handed again. And of course, I did my mandatory SoCal in and out run.
So I am in the bowels of LAX, and apparently a lot of the terminals closed. Like, what is this, bro?
So I have a flight to catch early in the morning, and I decided to just spend the night at the airport. So
What is this? I feel like I'm in an abandoned shopping mall or something.
in order to get to my terminal, I had to walk through the
Spider-Man.
bowels.
Oh god. I swear to God, LAX has to be the most raggedy airport I've ever been to. This is their terminal. It's literally just a bus, or their terminal shuttle. It's just a bus on the freaking runway with the airplanes and stuff. And I'm just here chilling by myself. A lot of other airports, they'll have like a little subway thing that takes you in between terminals, or there'll be some kind of link or whatever. But LAX, they're a little bit antiquated. As I can hear jet motors on the runway. Either way, I'm not complaining. Hopefully I see some cool planes.
I could have done some Grand Theft Auto shit if I wanted to. Could have flown to my destination by myself. But I don't want to jeopardize my TSA pre-check privileges. Anyway, past midnight, still at the airport. Finally boarding though, and there's a little teaser of where I'm going. Sipping on pineapple juice with my macadamia shortbread. Boom. I am now in Hawaii. This is the 16th state of the trip and my 44th. This is Daniel Inouye International Airport in Honolulu.
They thought I wasn't going to do it.
I did it.
I just pulled up to Hawaii, dog. I'm in Honolulu, Hawaii. 5-hour flight from Los Angeles, 6 hours behind. Now I'm about to take, you can see that, the Skyline train to Kalihi, which is as far as it goes. And then from there, I'm going to walk 20 minutes to a McDonald's.
They're actually expanding
That's
the
the
Skyline
plan.
train
And
to
then
go
get
to
out
downtown
and explore a
and
little
out
bit
to
more.
Waikiki.
What's going on out there?
This metro system is very new too. It just opened within the past couple years. It's elevated, so you get these really awesome views of Honolulu and just the mountains here on the island of Oahu.
The next stop is Kalihi Middle Street, Kalihi Transit Center Station. Doors will open on.
It wasn't very necessary to take this because I'm going out to Waikiki, which is out in the distance over there, and the train ends at Kalihi, which is right about here. So I still had some travel to do to get to where I was going, but I was okay with that. There's some shrine. Lots of surfing here, even when you're
so
on the
I'm
job.
walking the streets here in the Kalihi area of Honolulu. It's pretty industrial, but this was my special surprise for having traveled all the way across the United States by land. I'm gonna cross that. I crossed that distance again, but this time by airplane here to Hawaii. Hawaii is my 44th state. So yeah, it's really hot right now. It's not too bad like it was in Cali yesterday, but it's pretty hot and humid here. I'm on my way to McDonald's to get some Hawaiian breakfast because now it's 9 something in the morning. I found out that Hawaii is actually 3 hours behind Pacific time. So yeah, I'm basically 6 hours behind where I'm from, Eastern United States. But anyway, this place is gorgeous.
The
It's
time zone
definitely gorgeous.
basically meant that I was catastrophically tired by 8 o'clock at night, and I was waking up at 3 or 4 o'clock every morning. But anyway, here's Mickey D's in Hawaii. They didn't really have any of the Hawaiian items besides the hapia pie, which was actually really good. But anyway, this is Waikiki. Waikiki is an awesome neighborhood. It's beachfront, it's very urban, and it almost gives Miami vibes, but it's a little bit less pretentious. There's that famous surfer guy. I forget his name. If you're Hawaiian, please don't kill me. The bus system in Honolulu is very good, and you can use those buses to get to downtown Honolulu, Ala Moana, and the airport, which is very convenient. So I'm at Waikiki Beach here in Honolulu, Hawaii, and my journey from the Atlantic Ocean to the Pacific Ocean is gonna end right here. And that's all, folks. So here's the rest of my first day. I got an acai bowl, which was amazing. For happy hour, a $4 avocado roll, a $4 mini cocktail, and sunset, of course, on Waikiki Beach. It is unbeatable. The water's so warm you can swim at night. Saw this at the ABC store and had some spam musubi for dinner. Stay tuned for part 3.